Here's why your manifestation practice isn't working the way you want it to. You're using techniques that weren't designed for your specific energetic makeup. You've probably tried visualization, maybe affirmations, law of attraction practices, and some things work sometimes, but it's inconsistent, unpredictable, and you can't figure out why the same technique that worked last month isn't working now. That's because you're missing one critical piece: understanding your unique consciousness signature, the precise integration of your human design, your gene keys, where you operate on Maslow's hierarchy, and what frequency you're broadcasting on Hawkins' Map of Consciousness. Without that, you're essentially trying to use someone else's manifestation blueprint, and it's never going to work as powerfully as when you manifest from your actual design. I'm Dave Hime. This is the Gentle Mastery Podcast, and today I'm going to tell you about the work I do with clients to help them access their aligned manifestation process. And I have a special extended offer for podcast listeners that I'll share at the end. Most manifestation teaching gives you technique without context. Visualize this way. Affirm that way. Feel the feeling of having it already. And these techniques can work, but only if you're broadcasting at the right frequency and using your correct energetic strategy. Here's what I mean. If you're a generator in human design, your manifestation power comes from responding to what lights you up and then taking action from that response. But if you're trying to manifest like a manifester when you're a generator, just deciding what you want and initiating action, you'll burn out and your manifestations will feel forced. Or let's say you're working with gene key 14 in your Pearl sequence. So if you're stuck in the shadow of compromise, you're probably broadcasting around grief or apathy on Hawkins' Map. At that frequency, no amount of visualization is going to manifest abundance. The frequency itself blocks it. But when you understand your consciousness signature, how your human design mechanics, your gene keys, frequencies, your consciousness level, and your broadcast frequency all work together, suddenly manifestation becomes natural instead of forced. You're not trying to override your energetic reality. You're working with it. This is what I call consciousness signature work, and it's what's been missing from every manifestation practice you've tried. Your consciousness signature shows you exactly how you are designed to take action, what frequencies you're actually working with moment to moment, whether you're creating from survival mode or self-actualization, and what you're actually broadcasting into the quantum field. When you know these 4 dimensions and how they integrate, you stop asking, why isn't this working? And start asking, what's the aligned way for me to do this? That's the difference between struggling with manifestation and having it feel natural. This is why I created the Manifestation Intensive, a 6-week structured program specifically designed to help you access your aligned manifestation process using your unique consciousness signature. This isn't about learning one more technique. This is about understanding the actual energetic mechanics of how you specifically are designed to manifest. We work with quantum physics principles, consciousness elevation, and frequency shifting, all through the lens of your human design strategy, your gene keys, shadows, and gifts, where you operate on Maslow's hierarchy, and what frequency you're broadcasting. Over 6 weeks, we move you from old survival consciousness, where you're trying to force and control outcomes, to creating from your clear and powerful inner calling. You learn to manifest not despite your design, but because of it. Here's what you get in the Manifestation Intensive. We meet live every week where I teach the framework and you get to ask questions specific to your design. These aren't recordings you watch alone. This is real-time guidance. I look at your human design and gene keys together and show you exactly where survival thinking-based beliefs are keeping you stuck, what frequency you're typically broadcasting, and the precise pathway to shift into aligned manifestation. You get specific prompts tailored to your type, strategy, and gene keys so you can continue exploring your consciousness signature between sessions using AI tools. You'll, of course, have the Manifestation Manual, my complete guide that breaks down quantum physics, consciousness mechanics, and how to apply them through your unique design. And there's ongoing Voxer support. So you have access to me where you can get feedback, share wins, and stay accountable throughout the 6 weeks. This is not generic manifestation training. This is precision work with your specific energetic reality. And the results reflect that. What happens when you manifest from your consciousness signature instead of generic techniques? You stop forcing. You stop hustling. You stop trying to override your design with willpower. Instead, you align. You allow. You create from the frequency of what you're calling in rather than the frequency of not having it yet. This isn't a miracle. This is what happens when you stop fighting your design and start manifesting through it. Now, here's why I'm sending this episode out today. The Manifestation Intensive normally is $7,500. I had a special running, a promotion that ended November 11th, where I offered the course for $55.55, a significant discount for people ready to do this work. That offer expired, but I've decided to extend it specifically for podcast listeners. If you've been listening to this podcast, if you've been curious about your consciousness signature, if you know you're ready to manifest from alignment instead of force, this is your moment. $5,555 instead of $7,500 for the complete 6-week Manifestation Intensive. Only for podcast listeners using the link in the show notes. This is not for everyone. This is for people who are ready to do real work, who understand that manifestation isn't about quick fixes. It's about the hard work of creating your consciousness signature and learning to live from it. People who are willing to invest in themselves at this level. If that's you, click the link in the show notes. It'll take you to a page where you can learn more about the intensive and schedule a one-on-one call with me. On that call, we'll look at where you are, what you're trying to manifest, and whether this work is right for you right now. No pressure, no manipulation, just an honest conversation about whether the Manifestation Intensive can serve your transformation. And speaking of consciousness signature, next week's episode is going to be the deepest dive I've ever done into what consciousness signature actually is, why I include it in everything I do, and most importantly, how you can start understanding your own consciousness signature. I'm releasing a free AI-powered exploration guide with specific prompts that walk you through mapping all 4 dimensions of your consciousness signature. It's real work, not a quick personality quiz, But if you're serious about understanding your energetic reality at a level most people never explore, it's going to be incredibly valuable. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that episode. It drops next week. To recap, the Manifestation Intensive at $5,555 instead of $7,500 is available only for podcast listeners. If you're ready to stop forcing manifestation and start aligning with your actual design, click the link in the show notes. Learn more. Schedule a call with me. Let's see if this is your moment. And next week, I'm giving you the free tools to start exploring your consciousness signature on your own. That episode is going to be powerful. You are more powerful than you know. The question is, are you ready to prove it? I'm Dave Hime. This is the Gentle Mastery Podcast. I'll see you next week. Peace.